Not too long ago, Paula Deen was a relatively harmless matron of Southern cooking, but in 2013, everything changed. Accused of racism, her name became a running joke in the industry, and even her biggest fans were so horrified that they walked away. Though it appeared she had finally hung up her apron in shame, Deen was instead working behind the scenes to bring her career back from the brink. Just what's gone down for the chef since her fall from grace? Here's what really happened to Paula Deen. Fall from grace. In 2013, a discrimination lawsuit was brought against the chef by her former employee Lisa T. Jackson, who claimed that Deen had used the N-word at work, and that Deen's brother had harassed her, as reported by the Savannah Morning News. Deen went on to make things even worse by trying to excuse her poor behavior. In a half-baked since-deleted apology according to Eater, Deen said, "I want to apologize to everybody for the wrong that I've done. I want to learn and grow from this. Inappropriate and hurtful language is totally unacceptable.
I have never, with any intention, hurt anybody on purpose, and I never would."
But even though a judge threw out her case, the damage was more than done.
A dramatic turn of events, a legal victory for Paula Deen, but in the court of public opinion, the decision may have come 2 months too late.
Food Network dropped Deen and Ballantine Books canceled her deal. Other companies, including Walgreens and Target, announced that they would not be restocking her products once existing inventory had been sold. But 5 long years later, Deen seems ready to step foot onto the world stage once again. And she's been busy behind the scenes, making it happen. Successful party host. Deen has obviously found ways to make money, even without Food Network. But in a move that we could never imagine anyone else doing, Deen is making fistfuls of easy money hosting Halloween parties.
Y'all grab your favorite pumpkin and let's party!
The events, which host 50 people at $400 each, are even at her home. According to Eventbrite, Paula will spend the afternoon mingling with guests, sharing spooky recipes, hosting festive contests, and wrapping up the afternoon with a Halloween party. Along with the memories, all guests will go home with a gift. Unloading her mansion.
Hello, y'all. Welcome to my home. I live in Savannah, Georgia, and my house is located on Wilmington Island.
We may never know the real reason she put her property up for sale, but as of August 2018, it hasn't made her a dime.
And there's a dock house that sits over the water. There's even a hole in the floor so Michael and I can sit in the kitchen and fish.
The massive 8-bedroom, 8.5-bathroom, 28,000 square foot estate has been on the market since 2015, when it was listed for $12.5 million. 2 years later, the home had still not sold, even though the price was reduced to $8.75 million. Back in business. After being removed from the air, Deen turned her attention to her restaurants. In 2014, she started a new firm, Paula Deen Ventures, and shortly after that, she announced a new restaurant and store called Paula Deen's Family Kitchen.
Come and get it, honey. The best fried green tomato in this here United States.
Scandal or not, Deen was determined to prove that her cooking skills were still deserving of respect. She said in a press release, "Paula Deen's Family Kitchen is filled with love and mouth-watering flavors. I can hardly wait to bring some of my favorite Southern dishes to the Great Smoky Mountains. We are going to serve our meals family style with big old bowls on the table, heaping full of fried chicken, collards, fried okra, corn, and sweet potatoes." She's Dancing with the Stars. In 2015, Deen returned to TV as a contestant on Dancing with the Stars. While she didn't prove to be quite as smooth on the dance floor as she is in the kitchen, her good-natured attitude on the show helped to once again endear her to the public.
I want you to pick me up one time.
Where?
And turn me upside down, like you do those other girls.
She took some daring risks on the show, wearing provocative outfits and even flashing her underwear in the middle of the jive. Unfortunately, Deen's edgy moves didn't go over well with the judges, and she was eliminated in the 6th week. The chef met her loss with grace and claimed she was happy to head home, saying on the show, "I have been like a fish out of water for 6 weeks. It has been such a wonderful journey. It took them a long time to convince me to do this. It was wonderful. It was worth it." Her signature clothing line. The news of Deen's scandal prompted many of her partners to drop their endorsement deals, but that didn't stop the once beloved Southern cook from finding new companies to partner with. In 2016, Deen launched a clothing line with Evine, which was something she said she'd been wanting to do for years.
I love things that are fun, that are comfortable, that are casual, but I can put on my pearls and I can dress it up.
She told People, "It was a little hard for me to break out of the kitchen because that's how people think of me. But if you notice, I never cook naked. I was always wearing clothes." Speaking of being fully clothed, Deen had some very specific requirements for her line, revealing, "I don't know how to say this to you in a nice way, but it has to cover my front privates. I want my shirt tail to cover my front privates and hopefully my back too."
It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be comfortable, and it's gonna be affordable.
She also launched a line of home storage and organization products because who doesn't want official Paula Deen hangers for those shirts that cover your, front privates?
You know, I always say best dishes in love. Well, now I'm saying best clothes in love, y'all.
Getting into the game. In 2015, Deen published Paula Deen Cuts the Fat, which featured healthier recipes than those featured in her previous cookbooks.
You can still keep the flavor and eat healthy, definitely. I think I've done that with this book.
That same year, her very first cookbook, the Lady and Son Savannah Country Cookbook, was also revised and re-released.
Are you ready to have some fun?
Deen also launched a mobile game in 2015 where players got to become the chef herself, learning recipes and moving up in the virtual restaurant industry. She said in a press release, "I am a gamer at heart and never leave my home without my iPad. Paula Deen's Recipe Quest is an incredible and one-of-a-kind game that will allow y'all to cook up a storm with me while solving exciting puzzles. Plus, it's free." Focusing on her furry friends.
Would you like beef, chicken, or lamb and rice for dinner? No, I'm not talking about your dinner. I'm talking about your pet's dinner.
Given the success that fellow celebrity chef Rachel Ray has seen with her pet food brand, it's no wonder that Deen decided to follow suit with a line of her own pet food, treats, and toys in 2015. According to petfoodindustry.com, she said, "I want to share my love for animals with my fans and fellow pet lovers by creating special products and treats for their pets to enjoy. But there's another reason this project is close to her heart." Announcing the product launch on her website, she wrote, "Y'all know how much I love all my babies, whether furry or feathered. Some of y'all might even know that if it wasn't for my pets, I would never have met my husband, Michael." The couple credits Paula's dogs, more specifically Paula's dogs pooping on Michael's lawn, for their meeting. In his book, My Delicious Life with Paula Deen, Michael writes that if Deen's pups hadn't gotten out and found their way to his yard, the couple may never have gotten together. Trouble in dog poop paradise? Rumors have swirled for years that Paula Deen and Michael Groover were headed for divorce, thanks in large part to tabloid reports of Groover's alleged affair in 2013. The fire was further fueled just a few years later when Deen granted the deed to one of their homes solely to Groover. At the time, a spokesman for Deen said, "These rumors are completely false. They have a wonderful marriage. This deed was just a part of Paula's estate planning process."
I'm back with you on What's Cooking with Paula Deen. And you see what's cooking with Paula Deen, don't you?
So, what does Deen have to say? She spoke to Radar Online during her stint on Dancing with the Stars and had nothing but good things to say about Groover, confessing, "My marriage has always been good. My husband is so supportive. He has been so good about taking time off for me. He has always been so supportive to take his things and put them aside to be with me."
I'm still laughing at his stupid jokes that he has told me 1,000 times. I still think they're funny.
Well, they are.
Paula Deen's Lumberjack Feud. In 2018, the chef opened Paula Deen's Lumberjack Feud in Tennessee. The live competitive event features two teams of professional lumberjacks who go head-to-head in log rolling, axe throwing, and more. But Deen isn't the first celeb to have her name attached to Lumberjack Feud. According to visitmysmokies.com, it originally debuted in 2011, and in 2015, country singer Dolly Parton took over before passing the torch over to Deen. Fans will soon be able to compete in lumberjack events themselves through Lumberjack Feud Adventure, an on-site park featuring a lumberjack-themed obstacle course. Returning to the small screen. Deen seems to have mostly put the past behind her, and the public is slowly forgiving her.
Guess who's gone digital, y'all?
In 2014, she launched her subscriber-based digital platform, the Paula Deen Network, which featured network-exclusive videos of Deen and her guests cooking in front of an audience. And in 2016, she began filming her newest television show, Positively Paula. She said via Delish, "I am so excited to invite my friends from around the country into my home kitchen each week. We are going to have an incredible time cooking up a storm and sharing the most special memories." It wasn't too long before the show gained a following and reached a broader audience. Early in 2018, the show entered syndication and began airing on Rural Lifestyle Network RFD TV, marking Deen's return to cable programming and, just maybe, the start of her journey back into America's hearts.
Let's get cooking.